Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh. Welcome to Game 5 in a Best of 5 series being played between Liquid Ret. He is the red Zerg down on the bottom left corner of Shakuras Plateau. He is playing against WhiteRa, the blue Protoss, down in the bottom right. So we do have horizontal spawns on Shakuras Plateau for Game 5 in a Best of 5 series. It's PvZ once again. This one is for all the marbles. The ASUS ROG Invitational in November 2011. The winner of this game will move on into the round of 4 or the semi-finals, and the loser will go home. They must win this game for some of that sweet, sweet cash. Can WhiteRa finish the comeback completely? He was down 2-0, or will Ret be able to gather his thoughts and put a stop to this madness? WhiteRa already going with the pylon on the low ground, the forge fast expand once again. That's 5 games straight for you keeping track at home there. Let's see if Ret is going to go for the risky hatch first or go ahead and drop that spawning pool. Looks like WhiteRa is scouting in the correct direction first, so I don't think the hatch is going to be possible for Ret. As soon as he sees that probe, he's going to go ahead and drop that spawning pool for sure. So WhiteRa scouting the horizontal position first. Ret still doesn't know 100% where WhiteRa is, so he has a tiny advantage for the moment. He's getting a gateway first. No forge fast expand? Gateway fast expand? That's not even a thing, WhiteRa. What are you doing? Let's see if he continues to be annoying with this probe and block a hatchery, or if he just gets out of there once that spawning pool finishes. It's going to be up to Ret whether he wants to try and sneak in that hatch a tiny bit early, or if he just wants to wait for the first 6 lings to come out, chase away the probe, kill off any pylon that may be there, and drop the hatch at a normal time. WhiteRa did steal some minerals from the natural. If this probe dies, those minerals are just lost forever. It's a very good harassment technique. That's 5 minerals Ret will never see again. But so far, nothing too crazy going on aside from WhiteRa's gateway in lieu of forge. We'll see what he actually does with that as this game continues on. WhiteRa does drop the pylon, so that means Ret is probably going to be forced to build more than just 2 lings. We'll see if he goes for 4 or for 6. 4 is usually fine unless you want to use those lings for some aggression as well. There go the 4 lings and the queen. He's got enough money for a hatch as well. As soon as that pylon does get destroyed, he could even build another drone if he's got the larva. There it is. And he can build more stuff, but larva is going to be the issue at this point. Let's wait and see these lings come out and kill this pylon. Nothing too crazy going over on WhiteRa's side of things, just warping in a zealot right now. Looks like the first one did get finished, and he's already on the way over to this natural area of Ret. One ling is going to give pursuit to the probe, and the other 3 will chomp down this pylon with the assistance of this drone. The Overlord, scouting all over the place, sees that there's no forge, sees that a Nexus is now going down as well. Kind of expected there for the Nexus. And the first Zealot actually did manage to snag... No, did not manage to snag a kill. I thought perhaps one of these guys would have killed the Ling that was chasing the probe, but no. Ret actually just regrouped there. Zealot heading back home, probe heading back over towards Ret's half of the map. Let's see if he drops a pylon over there somewhere. Let's see what these Lings are going to be able to do. He has not actually run up there yet. Now we see the Cybernetics core. He's going to need both of these Zealots to be able to block that ramp. Actually, probably a 3rd Zealot as well, but Ret only has 4 lings, so it's not going to be a huge issue. We do have this hatch coming down, and check out that vision. He actually can't see the probe unless it got a little bit closer already, in which case Ret can send those lings back to try and deal with that. We do have an extractor up, and Zergling speed has not been started yet. He just started harvesting that gas, so he's going to be a tiny bit slow on the Zergling speed. Lings come up here and make sure no pylons were built or anything like that. We've got 1 scouting around the back of the mineral line, the other 3 heading into this top spawn to search and destroy this poor little probe. Will he be able to drop a pylon? Does he even want to drop a pylon? We'll see as he makes his escape. It looks like pylons are not in the plans for that poor little probe. He's probably just going to die, honestly. 100 gas has been harvested now for Ret, so he can get that Zergling speed if he wants to get it. Maybe he doesn't want to get it. Maybe he wants to go for a super fast lair again, but this is the 4th game out of 5 where Ret has taken a 3rd base relatively quickly, and WhiteRa is playing just slightly more aggressive than he has in the past. No forge this time around. Looks like a Zergling or 3 have gotten into the main base of WhiteRa and not killed a single thing, so WhiteRa is racking up some Zergling kills. Another sentry actually about to be produced here out of the gateway, not being chrono boosted though. Instead that warp gate research is being chrono boosted to Zealot Zealots are being getting busy over here on this brand new base of Ret. He may be able to snag some Zergling kills if he continues to micro like this. Very good micro there from the Zealots. He may even save the Zealot that's in the red. Yes, he actually kills all of those Lings for free without losing a Zealot. Their shields are going to regenerate, and they'll be joined by their Stalker buddy in just a moment. If we look at just units killed, 9-0 right now. WhiteRa getting these little pickups where he can. I like it. WhiteRa's ahead actually by 7 supply, 8 supply, 9 supply as a result. Look at that. WhiteRa ahead on Harvesters as well. 8 Lings coming out now. Roachhorn being built for the first time in several games. Zergling Speed's going to be done here soon as well. So Ret, feeling a little bit behind, is actually getting a little bit desperate. Oh, Queen goes down to those 2 Zealots and Stalker combo as well. Ret can't catch a break here. WhiteRa adding on 4 more gateways now. That's going to be really hard for Ret to stop after losing what he's already lost. Check that out, so many gateways. 6 gates total being added on. That's going to put him up to 7 bases. 7 gates on just 2 bases. Pylon, forward pylon, warping in now for that probe. Ret is sending everything he has towards WhiteRa's base, so WhiteRa is going to come back to try to intercept this. It looks like Ret did catch wind of these sentries and these Zealots. Force fields go down, protecting the Zealots and reducing that area of attack there that the Zerglings can get, but I think Ret will be able to clean up all the rest of that, and he still has 6 Zerglings intact. Another Zealot comes out to try and ward them away. Ret doesn't actually want to mess with that, surprisingly. The pylon has been finished. Oh, Ret did discover the pylon. That's why he had to go back so desperately. All these Lings are getting cleaved into tiny little pieces by the Zealot, and now 4 more Zealots actually doing some damage as well. Looks like the hatch did not take any damage from that warp in, but that's okay. Ret still having to hold everything off here. Now has roaches coming out to be able to help him. 75 supply for Ret, 70 for WhiteRa. It's pretty much just Zealots versus Roaches at this point in the game. Will WhiteRa use this warp in now that he has a ton of money and gateways at his disposal? He's adding on a robotics facility. It looks like he does want to use those warp ins. Back at home, though, we got a handful of Tier 1 units ready to block these Roaches once they do arrive, but WhiteRa doing his dirty work here still at this far left base. I don't know if these Zealots are going to be able to kill off the last of these Roaches, but there's another attack here at the front. Force fields go down so the Roaches can't escape, but more Stalkers being warped in now. It looks like he will be able to snag a ton of kills here, and Ret won't be able to actually kill anything, not even a pylon. Oh man, that Roach escapes with just 12 HP. WhiteRa is not satisfied with that, so he actually destroys his own pylon, may actually give pursuit to that. But Ret is just losing on all fronts right now. 47 units killed against only 10. Only 1 worker killed for Ret this entire game. And now the drones are under attack. We've got a Warp Prism coming out for WhiteRa, Lair being researched for Ret, 18 Lings coming out, and a 4th base being taken here at the very top left spawn. But WhiteRa has so many units now, he has moved out with his base defense force here of all these Stalkers and Sentries. An Overlord gets taken out very quickly, a 2nd Overlord gets taken out very quickly, and Ret just does not have a ton to defend. He's actually losing this leftmost hatch as we speak. He's going to try and run back over to WhiteRa's base with a counterattack of Speedlings. WhiteRa really doesn't even have to go defend that. 6 Spinecrawlers being dropped here at the natural. Ret is looking desperate. He does not want to lose this game in the next couple of minutes, so he's dropping a ton of Spinecrawlers, trying to buy time for more Lings to come out and the Spire to be completed. Guardian Shield goes up because Spinecrawlers do actually do range damage, and this Queen's attack has range as well, so they're taking reduced damage from all of those attacks right now. Force fields go down on the back to reduce that surface area once again, and WhiteRa does have a small amount of Tier 1 forces remaining. I don't know if he's going to be able to kill everything here, but he has been doing a lot of damage, and that hatch was taken out on the left side. Oh my god, 2 Sentries and a Stalker do remain, but WhiteRa is going to lose all of them to negligence. No, he is going to save that last Stalker. 4 Zealots did clean up that hatch, and it looks like this one was cancelled. Ret was not confident in his ability to be able to defend that if WhiteRa happened across it, so he just cancelled it completely. We have a Warp Prism. Oh my god, the Warp Prism doing so much damage inside the main of Liquid Ret. He lost so much there, pulled a ton of drones, he lost a ton of mining time. Just Zealots here taking care of business inside the main base of Ret. This looks really, really difficult for Ret now. He's down by about 40 supply. This Warp Prism just going to town, bringing in fresh Zealots, warping in fresh Zealots. He's got so many gateways and 1,100 minerals to be able to warp in a fresh round, and this just looks really, really bad. This Ret has 2 Roaches coming in, but that is not going to be enough to stop this huge double-digit number of Zealots, and Ret says, good game, good luck. WhiteRa takes the series 3-2 after being down 2-0. Very, very good play there from WhiteRa. Great games by Ret as well, but man, look at that. Just at the end of this game, 83 supply against 14. Ret just totally dropped the ball. WhiteRa really had this game in hand. Very, very good series. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be casting more StarCraft 2 soon, and I'm going to be bringing you a ton of videos from MLG Providence in the near future, so keep watching. Please subscribe and like all these videos if you don't mind, and I'll see you soon with more StarCraft 2 stuff in the near future.